one place to learn the latest. There's only one place to hear the greatest. There's only one place for your information. It's the Off Book Podcast. Off Book Podcast. It's the No other host like me. Come check it out. You'll see.
What up, y'all? What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? Yeah, okay, I just want to be certain. It's a brand new episode of Off Book presented to you by Broadway Black. We're ready to hit our mark and we're ready to do it right now, y'all. I'm Drew Shade.
I'm Desi Ayon.
And I'm Kim Exum.
Yeah, and this is Off Book Live, y'all. We on every single platform you can think of. We on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you check us out. Support Broadway Black. We coming back with a vengeance now that Broadway is coming back in September. So, we about to ramp it up, get it in. Let's talk about the good shit. What's been going on, my good people? I miss y'all, man. What's up? I miss y'all. Come on. Tell me what's good. Give me something good, baby.
These serotonin levels are high, light skin.
Very high.
Listen, when I tell you that I've gotten a new antidepressant cocktail that's giving me a lot, like it's giving me life. Like I'm actually able to move. I'm actually able to, think my thoughts all the way through. I'm at, my mind isn't cloudy. I don't feel overwhelmed all the time. Like I'm actually making progress with completing the things that I've always wanted to do. And so it's really a liberating feeling right now to be able to feel free and feel alive. And, I say all the time that I'm breathing on schedule, but that's literally all I was doing was just breathing. And so I go through those modes, those ups and downs and those, valleys and mountaintops. And I'm thankful. Today's a good day. So hopefully it'll be a great day tomorrow too.
Yay.
I miss y'all. What's up?
Yes, you saw my commercial. Good. It's still running. Every time somebody tells me that, I'm like, cha-ching, cha-ching.
I do. I see your commercial a lot on Hulu.
I do see it all the time.
Okay, maybe I need to start watching Hulu because I still have never seen it.
I've seen it a lot.
Serious? I see it all the time.
A million times.
Yeah, I've seen it all the time.
I watch is like Bravo and Murder, She Wrote. So
you know what? I can't. Not Bravo and Murder, She Wrote. What is going on? What is your life?
My life?
Yes,
what is your life?
Specifically, what's going on?
My life is chill. I'm raising this child or whatever. Renegotiating contracts for work, which is great.
Okay.
What else am I doing?
So you going back to the Book of Mormon?
I'm going back to the Book of Mormon. I ain't signed nothing yet, but things are we have come to an agreement. So that's good. I'm feeling really good about that. Feeling valued. What else? I don't know. I did a reading yesterday. I've been doing some readings and shit. And then I'm going to be doing something in the summertime. I hate when people say I can't say anything about it because actually I can. I can say something about it. They released it in the press. The little AMC 54 Below festival that's going to be happening this summer with the movies. I'm going to be doing that.
Okay.
What is that? Sorry, I don't know what that is.
It's like, so basically AMC and 54 Below have come together and they made this movie festival where it's like, reopening Broadway. So they're going to show musical movies like Chicago and Little Shop and whatever the fuck else they're going to show. And then upstairs on the roof, there's going to be like little 20-minute performances, live performances from said movie. So that should be cute. I don't know exactly how. Oh, it's my alarm.
Come on. It doesn't matter what you did.
Come on now.
He's mine.
Yes.
That's my song.
Give me a rib. You trying to come back to Broadway?
Was that the song?
No, it's
that wasn't Marvin Sapp?
It is Marvin Sapp.
What song was it?
There's no question of your greatness, no searching of your power. Oh, so good.
Yeah, that is good.
To you, 40 years is but 1 hour.
Yeah, sing it.
Hey,
yes. But anyway,
come on,
Broadway.
40 years. Yeah, 40 years of. Yeah, come on, give it to me. I love
It's my alarm to
it.
take my medication to take my serotonin.
Come on.
Real.
Get
So
it in.
anyway, that's
Listen.
what's going on in my life. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
What's going on with you and Guzzy? You still over here, you know, slaving away?
No, not really. Like we're chilling over here in this luxury
No, you
apartment.
be working all the time.
It's true. I'm in like can you hear me?
I can't hear you, but is your microphone connected? It sounds like you know,
Yeah.
it sounds big, but you know.
Yeah, this I have a new headphone room situation. So like the noise cancel just came on. Okay, there we go. All right, so we'll see how that goes.
Bet. Okay.
But yeah.
The button for in the back of the mic that does like more.
Oh, is that what that do?
So in the back of the mic, there's a button.
Yeah.
It says pattern, and like,
Uh-huh.
what is
Yeah.
your light? Is it circle or is it like that circle with the dip in it?
It's like got the two circles.
Yeah, but which circle is like you see? Like
Is it the left or the right?
it's the one.
There's
It's-
pattern and mine has 4 different options.
Oh, you got like the big
Oh.
one.
Yeah, so it has 4 different
You
options. What
fancy.
should it be
Okay.
on? What should it be on?
Not the circle. Whatever that
There
is.
are there are 4
I don't know what
options.
other options. I only got 2.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Well,
Okay, well let's move on. But what
We're
you
doing
been
the
up
best
to,
we can.
Guzzy? Right.
Mostly writing. So I'm mostly like a lot of writing parts coming in. So I have a couple pieces. So I'm in Moises Kaufman is doing a 7 Deadly Sins like storefront theater in the summertime. So I'm a playwright for that. So each playwright has like a 10-minute section for like and everybody's in charge of a sin. So my sin is gluttony. And so Moises Kaufman commissioned 7 different playwrights to do pieces like based on the 7 Deadly Sins. So I just like have been having rehearsals for that on Zoom. I'm part of, I guess, Williamstown Theater Festival. I had Robert O'Hara curate like a director series. So he
I
picked
auditioned
3.
for that.
So he had 3 Black directors. He had 3 Black directors pick 3 playwrights to do one-person shows, like short one-person shows. And so my director is Candace, and I came in the last minute. So I'm working on the beginning of a longer piece at the Williamstown. So working on that, and then I have a piece coming off Broadway at a theater that I can't say because they like to announce that. I'll tell you that y'all know about off screen. Yeah. So
But are you doing like another you're another thing with Williamstown though?
that's the thing I'm doing with Williamstown. The
Oh, but it's
Williamstown
a
thing.
one-person show.
It's a one-person show, right?
Oh, I got
Yeah,
you.
so it's 3 directors directing 3 half-hour one-person shows outdoors. Yes, and they're all Black directors, I think they're all Black performers. We got a Black performer. So so doing that and then preparing for a show off Broadway, and then again doing self-tapes and interviewing to staff because I would like some money. And just, the overall, hustle. We're in the swing of it and trying to keep this body right to make out with some boys now that we're allowed to.
Come on. Yes.
I went out on my first Tinder date.
Okay. How did that go?
That was an event in itself. But
So there won't be a second date, is what
there
you're
will
saying.
not be a second date.
Okay.
But the goal is to just generate energy because I need to
Okay.
date. So
Okay,
we're
cool.
growing and I'm trying to do that. And it was
Right.
pleasant, but it was a lot. The human being had I thought I had a lot of energy. I was like, this is a lot. People are getting used to being around each other again. And I was just like, ooh, okay.
And we
So-
gotta
so-
offer grace.
Yeah.
We gotta offer grace because like I also have been having like a little anxiety about going around people and like thinking like, oh yeah, it's gonna be fine, we'll be able to do it. And then I start getting around more and more people, and I'm like, hold on. Somebody give me a moment. Like everybody stop, pause. And it's not pausing. Like literally they announced that Broadway was gonna be reopening, and people have just said, oh, we're not in a pandemic no more. We about to open back up. Like ain't no more pandemic. Like, y'all, it's still happening. Like, can we just take a moment? Can we take a moment? Like, I don't want it. I don't want it right now. Don't give it to me. But they are going to give it to us. As you can see, they announced all the shit that's happening. So we'll talk about that in the hot topics. But I haven't been up to much of anything beyond just keeping my sanity, keeping my peace. We're still working on a couple of different projects, Antonio's included. It's just not going to happen when people think it's going to happen, because we just don't need that at this moment. You know, I'm all about listening to the heartbeat of the community, and what do we actually need, and what are we doing just to be performative. And, you know, I'm never going to be a just do stuff just cause type of person. It has to have intention. It has to have intention, and it has to have impact. And so, yeah, we have a show planned that I'm really excited about. I'm excited to completely produce it. And yeah, so you'll be hearing about that in due time. But yeah, so I've just been working on that, keeping my sanity, auditioning more and more. Like I'm sort of getting like a little groove with my little self tapes. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that. I've been, working on my self-deprecation, like working on not being counting myself out before I even walk in the door. And that's just been really just giving me a boost in confidence, giving me a boost in life and in my health. And I think it has a lot to do with my new therapy plan. Like I'm seeing a different therapist. I have, a different antidepressant that I'm using right now. And so like, yeah, that transition has really been good for me. And I'm hoping that it will continue to be on the up and up as we get back to, because we have literally like 90 days. And that's what I'm using at this moment. We have 90 days until Broadway comes back in September.
I don't want to hear it.
Wow.
Well, we have to start. Yeah, we have to.
Soon.
Y'all playing. Like, we've been in the pandemic for a year and a half. We've been in the pandemic for a year and a half, and everybody has been, time has sort of elongated, and we think that we have more than what we do because we have been sitting for so long. We have 90 days.
Can we march about 8 shows a week? It's just too much.
You know what? Not you said march about 8. I can't with you, Kim. Because this is the reason why we ain't been here. This is exactly why we have not been here. You said I wasn't even gonna bring up no marches. I wasn't gonna say nothing about a boycott. I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. And here you go. Y'all, so we've been gone for several reasons, but one of the main reason is I was dealing with some things, and we all been dealing with some things, and the community has been dealing with some things, and it's best to sometimes it's just best to shut the fuck up. Like, sometimes it is really just best to shut the fuck up. And that's what we've really felt. That's what I felt, at least.
That's what I felt.
It was just time for us to sit down.
I've been drinking my water.
To shut up and mind our business, and mind the business that pays us, and mind the business and the choices that we make, and how we advocate in our personal lives and in the business dealings that we do for Black people. It's going to be interesting too, because we're about to come back. And I can already see the pieces falling right back into place where they once were. Everything's going to be right back into place where they once were. But
I'm just over here hydrating. I'm just hydrating.
Kim, so what you gonna say to Book of Mormon about 8 shows a week? Like, that's
there's
slavery.
Nothing I can say. That's their schedule. I need a march. I need a bunch of people behind me to get that done. That's everybody's schedule. But at least now I feel like I'm being compensated pretty well for the 8 shows a week. Miss Kim.
Right, Miss Kim. March of Dimes, 8 shows. That's the March of Dimes is what killed me now. The March of Dimes is what killed me.
Oh my God.
And she said, Miss Kim, I need my Colgate autograph. Hello.
It's pressed.
Cece's back.
That's the subtle shade. The subtle shade of Cece.
You subtle? Is it subtle? Is it
and then she gonna it's subtle because it was Colgate Crest. You could easily confuse the two. she was right in the ballpark.
Listen, me and Cece are in a good place. I think that was an honest mistake.
I think so too, but it's still funny as fuck. I don't care what you're talking about. Like, Miss Kim is one of the funniest things. I love you, Cece. Thank you so much for that. You've given me an offering on today.
Oh my God.
But we're gonna talk about what's happening, y'all. It's time for the hot topics. You got us, Kim?
Oh shit!
You done forgot the whole song.
Can I just sing it?
But you did a whole production. You did a whole.
Okay, let me find it.
You did a whole like studio session.
You're right, I did. Hold on.
We
where
love
is
to
it?
talk about so much shit.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! Y'all don't give a fuck about nobody over here. Y'all don't give a fuck about nobody.
All right, I'm gonna play it.
Woo! It's about to be a live. It's a live
Yeah,
show.
live.
Y'all. It's live.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Not the Eartha Kitt version. Not the Eartha Kitt version. Wow! Wow!
Why is it not working?
I am tickled. I am so tickled, y'all.
Oh, is this?
I can't.
I don't know what's
I can't
going
breathe.
on. It's like not.
Oh my god.
Is it
I'll just
because
sing. You want me to just sing it? You want me to just do it?
it's just not playing? I don't know why it's not playing.
We love to talk.
Oh, my head hurts. My head hurts. My head hurts.
Go ahead, finish it.
I don't even think I can get it out. I don't think I can get it out.
Wow.
I don't think I can get it out. Just play it, Kim, or just sing it. What did it do? Because I'm
Sing it,
crying.
sing it, Kim.
You sing it.
No, because I'm not gonna make it through it.
We love to talk. And I tell that.
So let's just with hot topics. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, y'all, let's talk about hot topics because I can't go through that again because that's funny.
We love.
Okay. Woo, here we go. Hot topics, y'all. The Tony Awards are coming back. They're here. It's time. And they're not for free. You ain't gonna be able to watch them unless you get the Paramount Plus.
I thought it was both. Is it not both?
It is both, but however,
Okay.
the only thing airing on CBS is a tribute to Broadway and the final three awards: the Best Play, Best Revival, and Best Musical. That will air on CBS. Everything else will be on Paramount Plus, the app.
Yo, they don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a fuck about y'all.
Well, I really feel like CBS was like, no, y'all ain't even bring us money like that. So
Yeah,
we'll put you on a streaming service and we can do like a little special or something.
They
And it's gonna be at 11 o'clock at night. It's gonna be at 11 o'clock at night.
They don't give a fuck about y'all.
That is so fucked up.
It's gonna be
They said Paramount Plus. They said, guess what? You are so unessential.
When
We're
I tell
gonna
you,
put you on Paramount Plus.
when I tell you,
Meanwhile,
I
they've been marching in these streets.
Wow. Guys, my Broadway dreams.
what? Just to quit talking about the marching. Just
My Broadway dreams are just dwindling.
We
I remember being young and being like, nigga, shut up.
oh my god.
You guys are foolish. But it's like,
Yeah.
is this what we did? Is this what everyone did it for? Is this what you did it for? I hope you ain't doing it for a Tony. I hope no one did it for the Tony that they could just get at 11 o'clock at night on Paramount Plus. I hope you're doing this because you really love it, because
so
they do not care. Because they do not. Damn.
Yeah, so a date has been set. It'll be September 26th.
Wow.
The Tony Awards presents Broadway's Back at 9 p.m. on CBS. So it starts at 9 p.m., but they're gonna say the last awards for the end.
The Tony Awards present Broadway's Back.
Many of the awards will be presented with a streaming presentation, but 3 awards: Best Play, Best Revival of a Play, and Best Musical will be broadcast on the network. Other winners will be celebrated throughout the broadcast. So I guess they'll be acknowledged throughout the broadcast that they won, but I guess
that
they
the
won't
awards
do
are
like a whole-
happening
Right.
in another back room. It's like there's an award show happening
over there.
Maybe it's because it's not going to be as big of a where's the show? Are they like?
Because they're not having performances. They're having concerts, but they're not like usually. Right, the Tonys is like they perform, excerpts of the show, right? So it's also they're not going to be doing that, right? Like there's going to be concerts.
I don't know. Maybe they can do a scene from Slave Play and just traumatize America.
I hate you.
You know what? I can't. I listen. I'm like, Lord, Lord, I've been faithful. I've been listening to your will and to your word, Lord. Why do I got Kim over here putting me in, predicament?
Oh, wow.
I can't.
Look, they don't care. It's at 9 p.m. and then it's at 11 p.m. And I don't, what else? What do you say? Like, what do you say to this?
This
What
is
do you
so
say?
ridiculous.
It's a 4-hour thing.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I guess, like, what would it be to, I guess it's still a Tony, so if you win, you win. But, like, what is it to, like, win like this?
I'm gonna just start doing what my friend Dollar does. My friend Call Me Dollar on Twitter. When stuff like this happens, he just always just says all the best, and he says their complete name. All the best to the Antoinette Perry Tony Awards. Like,
okay,
all the best. Like he said, he will put their full government name and just say all the best and give their full government name, because that's all you can do.
All the best to
Perry.
All the best to Antoinette Perry.
Antoinette Perry
And her crew.
Okay.
Yeah, all the best. That's what we'll do. All the best. Yeah. I wish you all the best. I really do. I genuinely do. And I hope it inspires somebody to come and join our industry. I hope, the Tony Awards, like they did when I was growing up, inspires somebody to come and be a part of it and make change and make a way.
But are they going to be awake at 11 p.m.? Do they have Paramount Plus? Do they have Paramount Plus to be
hold on. Okay, let me clarify. I was exaggerating, but the Tony Awards presentation that's on CBS will start at 9 p.m. So it'll start at 9 p.m. The streaming one will start at 7 p.m. And so that will stream from probably 7 to 9, and then it'll transfer into the CBS portion.
Thank you. Okay.
I thought you was going to say I was wrong. It's going to start at 10:30.
And then at 2 a.m., you will get to know who won Best Play.
Right. Okay. So that's happening. All the best, like we said. All the shows are reopening. We thought we were going to lose a lot. I thought we were going to lose a lot more than what we did.
Me too.
But we're starting off with Hadestown September 2nd. Hamilton's coming September 14th. Wicked September 14th. The Lion King September 14th. Chicago September 14th. Lackawanna Blues, Ruben Santiago's Hudson solo play, will be the first play. It'll be the first new play to open on Broadway. That's September 14th. Opening night is September 28th. So that's a quick run for previews. Yeah. But it's a really good play. I saw it in LA. I really thoroughly enjoyed Ruben Santiago's Hudson storytelling. And if you're familiar with the movie, you'll really like this piece, but also just be familiar. It's not the movie. It is a one-man play, him and a man with a guitar and him with a little harmonica, and some props. And that is it. But it's very good. It's engaging. It's fun. It's what you want to see with the one-man show. So shout out to Ruben Santiago Hudson for being the first new work on Broadway. We also have 6 coming. September 17th, they start previews. They had shut down right before they were supposed to open. And their opening night is now October 3rd. American Utopia is coming back. Come From Away is coming back September 21st. Moulin Rouge September 24th. Aladdin September 28th. Thoughts of a Colored Man is coming. Previews begin October 1st. Their opening night is on Halloween, October 31st. Tina, Caroline or Change, Girl from the North Country, Ain't Too Proud, Jagged Little Pill, Miss Doubtfire, The Phantom of the Opera, Trouble in Mind. That's Alice Childress's play that was originally supposed to be the first Black play on Broadway, but she didn't want to change her ending and the producer, so she canceled her play. So then Lorraine Hansberry came in and she became the first Black woman or Black person on Broadway. This is a Roundabout is doing this whole, trying to rewrite the wrongs of the canon and all that shit after they done been so complicit in it, and the main ones doing bullshit. Now here they come with
the reparations. Yes.
Yeah, this is their reparation season. But also because all their subscribers are dying off. I remember I said that too. Their subscribers is dying. They don't have no money. They in the red. So this is their attempt to recoup and try to get, the Black dollar, because it's in right now. Black is cool right now, y'all.
The block is hot.
Y'all don't know what I'm doing, but y'all gonna know soon enough.
The block is hot.
Y'all gonna know, and I can't talk about it because it ain't been officially announced yet. But when I tell you it's gonna be announced, I'm Black and on Broadway.
Damn. Well, which brings
And we're
us
serving-
to
And we're serving watermelon at concessions. Come and get your watermelon and your ribs.
wow. We're just okay. All right, here we are.
I'm just, y'all don't even know how mad I am about
Yeah,
this.
here we are. Here we are. Here we are.
I'm trying
We
to
do.
say something, but
We
you
do.
want to say
We do.
something
We
so
do. We
bad.
don't. We do know, Drew. We do know.
And I want to say something so bad, but I can't. I'm gonna move on.
We just gotta move on.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on. So yeah, theaters are opening at full capacity on September 14th. The shows are all talking about what they're doing. They're not talking about how they're going to keep people safe, really, or how they're going to address the racism in the industry. But here we are. They're opening back up, and everybody's falling back into place to where they were, and trying to say, well, you know, it takes time. It takes time. You know, we won't know until we actually get into the space. It takes time.
Look, my racism was addressed. I just wanted the check.
I mean, that's the least they could do is give you a check after all
The
this.
bigger check,
Like
bigger
a bigger
check.
check. That's the least they could do. The least. So you know, we got Diana coming in November, Flying Over Sunset. I don't even know why they're still doing that. Flying Over Sunset.
Flying Over Sunset. That's the one where everyone does drugs and then
I don't know.
like
what
all
it
these
is
famous.
at all.
Flying Over
They
Sunset. I
experiment
believe-
with LSD.
Yeah, it's like these famous people's experience with LSD. That's what it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And because do black people even do LSD? We don't even do that. Is there some black
I think they
in
do.
It's not. There's not black people in that play. Is it black? I don't think there's a black
I
people.
don't
she's
know.
saying-
I've never even heard of
Okay,
it
so
until
but she's
now.
saying black people do LSD. Do we?
I don't know.
in the
During the
70s.
70s, people was
In the
doing it.
70s, but now we do everything. I will
Black
say
people do everything.
we do everything. So I don't do LSD. I don't know who
I
does
mean,
LSD.
I don't do
now.
drugs. so.
I've never heard anybody. I've never like, and even when they, you know, in film and television and stuff, when you see the raves and the raging and stuff, like when do you ever see black people actually talking about and doing LSD?
Is
I'm
LSD
not gonna lie.
acid? Is that the same thing?
Wait, is that acid or okay? That's what I thought.
I
Yeah.
do know black people who have dropped acid for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what just
Yeah,
interesting because I'd never hear that talked about like at all.
We're not, but that's because if we're talking about the stories back in the day, they just erased, like they literally act like we weren't there for any of it. So that's
Okay.
also why.
That's
They
true.
pretend like we weren't there for anything. And it was like, but we made everything. I wouldn't be
I know
surprised
my
if like,
daddy was
a black woman created LSD. Like I wouldn't be surprised at this.
Right.
And they took it out of history.
Oh my god. I'm sure they would though. Like that
They
sounds
would.
so believable. You should write a play about that.
Did you know a black woman created LSD?
Created LSD.
Right. We're gonna move on, y'all. This is a
Oh,
serious
wow.
topic. As we talk about all the shows coming back. One of the original members of the Lion King, Samuel E. Wright, passed at 74. He was also the original voice in the Little Mermaid film for Sebastian. And he was the original Mufasa in The Lion King in 1997. And just a well of experience and light. And I can't tell you how many stories I've heard about his influence and his presence. And yeah, so we just want to take a moment to honor Samuel E. Wright. He garnered Tony nominations for his turns as William in The Tap Dance Kid in '83, and as Mufasa in The Lion King, he was nominated as well. His other stage credits include the leading player in Pippin, Valentine in Two Gentlemen of Verona, and Two Gentlemen of Verona Over Here, and others. So just give us a moment for Samuel E. Wright. Amen. Yeah, so that was something, you know. And I feel like there are the other people we've sort of lost in these past few weeks or months that we sort of been away. And my condolences to all those that have lost someone that they're dealing with grief, they're dealing with loss. My heart goes out to you. I'm hoping that in this new season that we can find a way to honor those we love and still move forward with joy and remembrance, if that makes sense. Like, yeah. So we may have lost a couple, but we've gained quite a few to the industry. Thoughts of a Colored Man has announced their cast of some new faces that have never seen a Broadway stage. I don't even know if they've seen a stage professionally. Wait, why y'all laughing? Oh, wait.
He's
Hold
like,
on,
I
what
don't
did I
even
say?
see stage. No, we just
I
love
know,
you.
I'm just saying I don't know if they've ever done
A
any
play.
type of theater before. Yeah, I don't know if there's no professional track record of a play being done by most of these people. But we do have some solid names, some solid Black talent. Brian Terrell Clark is going to be a part of this cast. Delon Burnside.
Is that how you say
right?
his name?
It's Delon. Yeah, it's Delon.
It was
I thought it was
Dylan.
Dylan.
No, it's not. No, it's not
Damn.
Dylan.
None
I
of
know
us
it's
are
not
right.
Dylan, and I know it's not. What did you just say, Nguzzy?
I thought it was Dylon.
No, it's not Dylon either, because
Okay.
I've made this mistake several times over the years, and
Okay.
he'll text me and say, "And by the way, brother, he's so nice.
He is so nice. We love him.
Just the nicest person." He'll text me saying,
He
"By the
is.
way, brother, it's Delon."
Delon.
Yeah,
Delon.
he sent me a voice memo one time, and I always kept forgetting it. I still was saying Dylon, but now I won't forget it, brother. You done
Yeah.
earned your spot. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I messed
Dylon
up
was
all this
from
time.
making the bands. My bad.
Right, Dylon was from making the band. That's
Well,
why
at
I
least-
was always saying that.
At least y'all didn't change the O to an A, because I was like, Dylan.
Right. But this is the shade right here, y'all.
Mm.
This is what got me, because this play was in Baltimore Center Stage,
Okay.
and the main name attached to it was Ryan Jamal Swain from Pose.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The person that's now playing his role is Delon.
Oh,
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
interesting.
So I'm confused as to why, after Ryan Jamal Swain put in that work and did an out of town trial, that he wasn't able to go with the show going forward. And also that he was supposed to be on this third season of Pose, but because his sister, he went through a traumatic family situation. His sister was murdered, and he left the show at the beginning of filming to go be with his family. He needed the time, and so he was written off of the show. So he's not really in this final season of Pose, which is sort of devastating too, because he was such a central and intricate storyline to that family. And it's and that made me sad too, because I really enjoyed his work on the show. And I also enjoyed Ryan. Huh?
Do we know for sure that what transpired? That he wanted to come back to Thoughts for a Colored Man?
No, I don't know if he wanted to come back. We'll talk about it after. Okay. I know what happened, but
okay.
We'll talk about
I'm
it.
Like,
after.
maybe he about to do a movie or something.
Yeah, I don't know if he wanted to come back or not.
Right.
That's not what I know. I don't know.
Okay.
He possibly could not have wanted to come back.
That is so sad about his family. I had no idea.
There wasn't an offer.
There wasn't an offer to come back.
There wasn't an offer to come back. Yeah. So that's weird to me that you would get his castmate to replace him in the Broadway production of this role. It feels weird. I mean, I know they were grabbing and trying to grab, all Black male star power in that way, but it felt off. But I'm happy for Keith David is coming back to Broadway. I love Keith David. He has been a model of a career for a Black man in this industry, on stage, television, and screen. So I'm really happy to be, to actually, I worked with Keith David when I did the Black Theater United PSA. And that was my first time meeting him. So he hasn't been on Broadway or on the theater stage in a long time. Actually, that's a lie. He did Toast, was at the Public Theater, did a reading of Toast, and he was a part of that. Lemon Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really good play. I really love it. I wonder where is that at? Bring that. Out of everything you want to bring to Broadway, where's Sugar in Our Wounds is sitting right there. Sugar in Our Wounds is literally sitting right there. You know what I mean?
There you are, Drew. There you are. There you are. There you are. There it is. There it is.
But anyway, so we also have Keith David. We have Luke James coming to the building. Now, Luke James has been a theater fan for a while. He follows Broadway Black, has followed Broadway Black for some years. He's been getting into his acting game. I really feel like this is going to be an opportunity for him to really just sit in. Really learn something. He's been doing a lot of television shows. He's done Star, and he's not a bad actor. He's not bad. And so I'm excited for him to get this opportunity. I'm also excited for what can I think? What is the boy name?
Tristan Mac Wilds. Tristan Wilds.
Tristan Wilds. I know his wife.
Yeah, Tristan Wilds is coming to Broadway. This is his Broadway debut. And he was on The Wire, and he's hasn't been on a theater stage, and so I'm excited for that. Tony nominee Forrest McClendon, who I love, is a phenomenal actor, is coming. I think that's all the cast. Oh, Da Vinci from Black Mafia Family is going to be in the show as well, but he's also on Grown-ish, so that's where you might know him from. He was on Grown-ish. So these black men are coming to do it, and it's produced by black men, and its production team is black men. So the director black, the playwright black, producers black, everybody black men. So.
And Steven will pull them together. So it's like Steven is not out here, Steven Broadnax, the director, he will pull them together. So I'm excited for I'm really excited for Steven's Broadway directing debut. And so I'm excited to see how he's taken this play. That's had many lives. I remember there was a workshop where Taye Diggs was actually the director and choreographer.
Right. But then Taye Diggs started doing a television show. And so he couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a couple of iterations.
Exactly. So, and a lot of people will say they're Broadway bound, and they do not, in fact, end up on Broadway. And so this one has been like.
Because I'm still waiting for Born for This. I'm still waiting for Born for This to come. They've been talking about Broadway bound. The BB Winans.
BB Winans? Yeah.
Is it Born for This or Born This Way? It is Lady Gaga's Born This Way.
Yeah,
Born for This. Yeah.
You're right. So I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to come on. So we're gonna see what happens. Thoughts of a Color Band. I'm excited to see these black men come and be a part of this industry in a different way. They have fan bases from other places, and so this will draw black people in to come see this show. And that's what we want. We want more black people in the theater. But I also feel a way about all of these shows coming at the beginning of the opening, when black folks don't even trust being outside right now, let alone going into a theater. And you put all these black shows at the top. Who is coming to see? Who's paying the prices to come see him? And who is coming to see
everybody
them?
Who's been in Atlanta.
Who's been in Atlanta?
In Atlanta, there's no rules, so maybe they're gonna come up.
You know what?
Atlanta, they had no quarantine since March 18th last year. So everyone from Atlanta will just fly up because Atlanta and Florida. So everybody from Atlanta and Florida could just come up.
Listen, and Atlanta could have actually came up. They could have just built a Broadway down there and just opened up. And been like, we taking over.
Well, that's what I'm doing. You got a studio.
Okay.
Open up a Park Avenue Armory over there.
If fucking Tyler Perry opened up a Broadway in Atlanta and just produced all the shows.
Oh my God! Would he have to write them too?
Yes, I would bow down. I'm not gonna lie. I would bow down.
If he wrote,
I would give up, but I would also bow down. I would go, you know what? Okay.
I just don't think he has the patience to do. He doesn't have the patience to do that.
This man built a studio.
Too much time.
Still didn't pay nobody. Has shows where he puts up a TV show in 2.5 weeks. He could do anything he wants. It's his world. And then he still got an Academy. They gave him a humanitarian Academy.
Well, because he always opening his purse. He always opening his purse up.
If he has time to house Harry and Meghan, he has time to put a rolling theater up there.
Listen, but he probably wasn't even at the house when they was there. He was like, "Yeah, y'all can go stay at my house. I'm not even gonna be there."
He's too busy writing 50 shows at the same time. He does not have time.
He does. Just we say this now. Watch next year. Let next year happen. He has a whole theater. Look at it. I'm just saying.
I understand. I'm saying the same shit. I'm saying the same shit.
If I had money, I'd do it.
Listen, I would too, and I wouldn't be mad at him if he did it. Wouldn't be mad. Do what you do. I love to see it. But I do feel a way about all of these black shows being the testing as soon as we open back up. It just doesn't feel like it's appropriate to do new work at the drop of the openings. Does that make sense?
For a commercial run, it feels like, but it's hard because it's like, would these shows have got because I'm like, I don't know who's producing all these shows, but it's like, would they get the houses? You know what I mean? Is that also why? So I feel like I'm of two minds, right? Because I'm like, I feel like, yes, they're probably getting the houses, what have you, and they're taking advantage of the fact that, who's going to take the risks? You know what I mean? So there are a lot of theaters, a lot of Black Broadway shows are now getting to debut and take advantage of the fact that like these houses are empty, and the white people who own all these houses, who usually don't let us come into these houses, even if we do have the money, are going, yeah, go ahead and try it, you know? So they're taking advantage, but I am confusion about who is going to be paying these Broadway prices for these plays that are not sort of tried and true. You know, so I'm interested. And are they? And it seems like they're all open-ended runs, that they're not limited runs. I could be wrong.
Right, but it just feels like they're going. It just feels like a setup in a way.
Right? Are you just opening to just close again? Like, you know what I mean? And so I am worried about that, but I'm also like, that's what it is. So like,
that's not my problem. That's not my problem. Yeah.
Like if you want this Broadway money, you about to see what it means to be on Broadway. So and with plays, it's really hard. It's really hard. So, but you know, if some successes can come out of there, you know, more power to them. But I'm very curious to see what happens. Yeah,
we're gonna see. But all the best to all the shows. We're rooting for you. I want to see them do great. I truly, truly do. And we need to set them up for success. Broadway Advocacy Coalition is trying to set people up for success. They've developed a new program called Reimagining Equitable Productions Workshop. The program will work with Broadway companies to address racial equity as the industry moves towards reopening. And the first shows that they're working with are Tina, the musical, as well as Disney Theatrical Productions and Company. So they've developed a program. This is Broadway Advocacy Coalition, but specifically, this was designed by Britton Smith, Jalen Livingston, Leah Squalance, I hope I said that right. She's Community Partnerships of Roundabout Theater Company and Columbia Law School professor and director of Center for Institutional and Social Change, Susan Sturm. So they developed this program to help as reopening comes into focus. We must now move beyond our vision and into action and execution, into a place of providing the support required to get everyone to meet those standards, said rep creator Leah Squalance. Please, oh Jesus, I'm so sorry, Leah. Rep is a process that recognizes that change happens in little moments, and developing trusting relationships and acknowledging that making lasting changes as necessary as it is challenging. So maybe this is one of the ways that Broadway as a whole is leaning into change. It's a start. I know there are some other programs that are happening, especially mental health programs for cast. I remember seeing that Darkness Rising was working with Adrienne Warren and maybe some other casts to bring some mental health resources, which, you know, I'm a firm advocate for. And yeah, this is maybe the start to some change. They're listening to somebody in this regard, and hopefully that it actually brings forth results and impact going forward. So, you know, set us up for success. Yeah, what y'all think?
I think that's great. I think it's awesome that like they're providing this service and shows are doing it. I hope that in those trainings they're talking about like, you know, creative processes and money. Money. I really hope they're talking about money, because that's really what I care about. So
I mean, yes. So also get behind I want to say, is it Ghostlight? Don't give me the line, but there's the AAPI releases those statistics about the industry that's coming up very, very soon. So over like the next month or so, they'll be releasing a new what do you call it? Statistics. Statistics. Yeah.
I mean,
so
BAC
look out for that.
And BAC, I just want to really commend that group. They've been really consistent throughout the pandemic.
for sure.
They have been.
They have been super consistent with programs and talks and care. You know what I mean? I really sort of really
even if they don't always get it right, they show up.
They've always been consistent with growth and care and conversation. So I just really want to big up that organization, because I always see them out there. I always see them putting their faces out there. I always see them like trying to be transparent. I always see them trying to call people out. I always see them also trying to have care when they have these sort of large conversations. I see the initiatives that they're creating. I see what they're doing. So I just want to also be like, I see you, BAC.
I see you.
You know, and we're always going to be, you know, sound the horn and holding people accountable for what they do. But we also want to, I think, you know, toot the horn.
Oh yeah, big up. Like when we see some good shit going down, big up. proud of BAC, proud of the programs that they're developing, proud of the impact that they're doing, because they also bring in people that are not normally in the theater. They're bringing people that are in activism, that are in the trenches of politics, and combining those things that have been doing. That's the key point, that have already been doing the work. And using those resources to develop and influence our structure and our change in this particular industry. I think it's brilliant. I think it's amazing. And somebody has been needing to do it, but I'm proud that they are doing it and consistently doing it. Like, and y'all, this is what I don't like. This is what I want to say, because I watch analytics. Y'all get all behind all the Broadway versus all the big stuff, the names and stuff. And when people are doing small programming, y'all not liking the post, y'all not sharing the post, y'all not showing up for the events, y'all not supporting the people. And y'all be the first ones that say to people that don't support y'all. And when these are things that are actually creating change in our industry and y'all not showing up, it don't look good. It don't look good for BAC to have so many followers, and the only time they get 1,000 likes or 1,000 this or that is when they're doing something that has big names attached to it. When if this is what you want to see, if this is the change that you want to have, then you got to be there to support it. You got to be at the beginning of it. Like, not when Audra McDonald come over and she said, this is great, BAC is doing this. And y'all also don't even support Black Theater United either. Y'all don't even do that. No, like, I get it, but then I don't get it. Because, like, you wanted the old heads to step up and you wanted to do stuff, and they doing stuff, and they may, they doing it on how they know how to do it. People, our parents show up how they know how. You know what I mean? Why y'all looking at me like that?
We're letting you talk. We're not disagreeing with you.
Okay, I'm just saying, but like, show up, y'all. Support the people. Support Broadway Black when we start doing more stuff, because it takes a lot out of us to create. It takes a lot out of, and BAC has a way bigger team than I do, and I know they be tired, like putting together them designs, putting together all them programs, and then niggas don't be there. Like, don't nobody want to keep doing that for y'all niggas that's ungrateful and don't want to be there.
Yeah, that fellowship
like
thing,
y'all niggas don't deserve.
That fellowship hall, it was like a good thing that they did. Uplifting artists in our community that aren't women artists, that are, like, I think it was all Black women. I think maybe, I don't know if there was a non-binary person there, but all like Black women artists that you don't probably know unless you know. So as Michael R. Jackson says, I'm just sitting here looking.
Listen, I'm just sitting here watching, but I'm also supporting. And I don't have to be loud and obnoxious about I'm not saying obnoxious. I don't have to be loud and in the form of, look at me, I'm supporting. But I donate, I go and like, I go subscribe, I go and watch. I got a Finsta account just because I don't want people, looking at what I'm trying to do or trying to critique me on what I'm liking and what I'm not, and trying to guess if I got beef with somebody because I didn't do this and I didn't do that. Some days I just don't be feeling like it. But the days I do, I'll be in there and I'll be supporting. When I have the energy, when I can show up, I show out. So we just need y'all to show up and show out for us, especially during this time when we're in the middle of coming back, where everything is uncertain. And not because you need something, not because you want to roll, not because you see somebody's about to break on Broadway. I don't change. I'm the same nigga I was when I entered this industry. I grow, but I don't change. I'm growing, but I'm still the same real ass nigga I was when I came here, and I'm not gonna fake the funk just because you about to be on Broadway. I'm not about to be different or acting funny or go back on my boundaries or say something, that I don't believe in just because you might give me an opportunity. Give a fuck. Like,
well, I'm not
let's
coming.
Let's start being authentic and really showing up for the things that we believe in and not just talking about it. Because everybody loves to complain. And I'm one of the main ones. I love to complain. I love to point shit out that ain't right. But I also love to show up and create change and create a difference and create Black joy and create platforms that give us the opportunity to speak our minds and release and be great. That puts us in a good light. And we can't do that if you guys aren't even looking towards the light. You ain't looking towards the light unless you in it. Ain't nobody looking towards the light unless you in it. And
that would be what we call a word.
So anywho, support BAC, support Black Theater United, support Broadway Black, support Black Girls Do Theater, support Broadway Advocacy Coalition. I already said that. Support Black Theater Coalition. I know so many more.
Broadway for Racial Justice.
Broadway for Racial Justice. Even them, they got some good some good stuff. They did some really quality work on their concerts, on their, promoting other artists. They do the whole educate thing where they support other organizations and things. Like, come on, y'all. Like, beyond it being your friends, beyond being people that you know what I'm saying? Like, get into the community. Y'all so badly want to be in the community, but ain't in it.
I'm not.
And then you looking at us to why you not coming, why you not supporting my cabaret? Because don't nobody even know you doing it. Like, okay, anyway, I'm done. Moving on.
I've resigned from the community.
You resigned?
Which community did you resign from? Just
All
in
of
general? Oh, all of them? Okay. All right.
The general community.
All right. Well, we're sad to see you go.
Listen.
You'll be back.
We were sad to see you go, but what we're not sad about is Billy Porter standing in his truth.
Amen.
Billy Porter has decided to stand in his truth after I was about to say umpteen, but it's like 13, 14 years.
14, I think.
Yeah, 14 years that he was diagnosed HIV positive in 2007. He revealed the news in an interview with Hollywood Reporter. He's coming out with a new movie, a starring movie musical remake of Cinderella. He's making his directorial film debut and releasing new music this summer. And he also has a memoir coming, all during this final season of Pose. Like, he's doing a lot. And so for him to drop this news at really, which is not even the height, but like his star is steadily climbing. And for him to feel comfortable and open now to share this news is really big. And I'm so very proud of him to continue on carrying the torch of being representation for LGBTQ family. Like, he has inspired so many, myself included. And so this is just another thing on top of that makes him who he is. And I just think it's really beautiful to watch. And the fact that he doesn't feel any more shame around it that's giving somebody else freedom. Like, that's priceless. The freedom that comes off of him and that comes off of other people that look to him is priceless. And so I'm very, very proud of Billy and that moment and him standing in his truth, because he didn't have to, because it's his story to tell, and he didn't have to tell it. And so I think that's really, really beautiful. He said, for a long time, everybody who needed to know knew, except for my mother. I was trying to have a life and a career, and I wasn't certain I could if the wrong people knew. Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
Something that don't got nothing to do with nobody else. Something that has to do with you. It's so that's you didn't know if you could have a career because you didn't know if the wrong people knew if you would be able to have a career.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me.
That's real. That's the business. That's the insidious part of the industry that we're in.
But after we've already
and our society.
It's a stigma that's still
I
attached.
I get that, but Broadway has always touted itself as the most inclusive
platform.
And even after he did, I don't know, and even after he did Kinky Boots, coming back to Broadway and doing Kinky Boots and being in drag and playing Lola, I don't know why that would make me feel like that would sort of boost the standing in your truth and boost the idea of being who you are. And he still held on to it. That was 2013. That was 7-8 years ago. And that's interesting because he didn't know if he would be able to have a career. And he was just coming back with Kinky Boots. Like, he had been off the stage for a long time. So it's just interesting to me.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, we're in an industry
it does
where
make
like
sense.
Audra McDonald was punished for
less.
being pregnant. Like,
right. But it don't make it hit no less when you think about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I'm proud of him. I really am. It just warms my heart. Yeah. And it also says, okay, his quote also says, it would just be another way for people to discriminate against me in an already discriminatory profession. So I tried to think about it as little as I could. I tried to block it out, but quarantine has taught me a lot. Yeah. And so he said he lived through the AIDS crisis. The antiviral drugs came out in 96, and true to American form, we act like it never happened at all. There's a whole generation of us that were never even given the opportunity to process what we went through. I was going to 2 to 5 funerals a week for over a decade, and I never processed that. Ooh, we all got really good at compartmentalizing. We all got really good at disassociating in order to move forward and simply live. Yeah, that's powerful, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And the Pose is telling that story also. And so yeah, I'm touched by that. And I've talked about this before, that my relationship and my thought process talking about AIDS and HIV it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous because I don't ever want to be say the wrong thing. And I've talked about this too. I don't want to ever say the wrong thing. And it's because I grew up in the church in the way that I was indoctrined, and it was forced upon me that it was going to be like a death sentence to me because I was gay. And in church, that's the way I grew up. Just really, it did something to me. It traumatized me. So anytime it even comes up, I start to sweat. I start to get nervous. And that is part of the stigma that I'm trying to release from myself and from this community. And so that's why I have to voice it. I have to say, I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. This isn't my story. This isn't my experience, but I feel in tune with my Black brothers and sisters that are affected by this, specifically my Black brother and sister, because Danye wrote a play 1 and 2 that 1 and 2 Black men will be diagnosed with HIV in their lifetime. And it didn't until he wrote that play, until I saw that play, it didn't register to me. You know what I mean? Like it only hit home because of my relationship with somebody that, somebody else, like, and that's wild to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm rambling, but
No.
I'm really I'm overwhelmed with joy and sadness at the same time, because I love to see my Black brothers and sisters thriving and living, and that they're doing the work to erase the stigma. And but I'm also filled with sadness that if we still have to have this conversation, 25 years, 30 years later, and that we're still dying, and that people are still not getting the help they need because of stigma. But it's not a death sentence anymore. And so, yeah, I feel really, I don't know. I just feel a sense of dialogue has to keep happening around it. And I don't know if I'm not the person to lead that, but I do want to at least spark something in somebody that may be listening to keep having the dialogue and to keep showing up and let's erase the stigma. Yeah. Okay. Y'all be looking at me like
We're here for you. This is what it is to hold space. We hold
Yeah,
space.
we're just like listening.
You're just being Black women.
y'all.
It's cool.
Thank you kindly. What else? What was I gonna say? Billy Porter is also doing the Proud Family. He's gonna be a part of the new Proud Family. Did y'all see that?
I saw that.
The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. It's a reboot.
Yeah, they're adding family members, right?
Yeah, him and Zachary Quinto are going to be, I guess, a adoptive parents to a 14-year-old activist named Maya Leibowitz Jenkins, who will be voiced by Broadway alum Keke Palmer. And so he'll be the parents to Keke Palmer in this reboot for the Proud Family called Louder and Prouder. And I think that's so amazing. So, because I'm a big fan of Proud Family. So anyway,
Me too, which is why I'm worried.
Why are you worried?
Why are you worried?
Because it's different.
I mean, yeah.
They're just adding cast members. It's the same cast members from before, though, right? Or is it just adding?
No, it's I don't know.
I think they're just adding. I think there's going to be
They're
something.
just
Adding?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, this is
adding.
a new-
Oh, I thought they
this
were
is
like
a new
getting
character.
a whole new like Proud Family.
No, nuh-uh.
Okay, so the Prouds are still gonna be there.
Yeah, the Proud still be
I
there.
believe so. Yeah,
Oh, okay, then I like that.
they're just extending their family.
I still be like snapping like you see that episode where they in the poetry thing they snap like this in the Proud Family. That's like one of my favorite things to do. I can't snap in real life, so I'd be like,
I can't.
anyway. Okay, I'm down for that. I thought that they just eliminated the family and they're like, let's start anew. And I'm like, well, this isn't the
You know
Proud
what?
Family.
No, they not starting new. It's an add-on family.
Okay.
Okay. And speaking of add-ons, they have added Phylicia Rashad to the as a dean of students for the College of Fine Arts at Howard University. It is now also going to be called the Chadwick Boseman College of Fine Arts. So this is huge, y'all. Phylicia Rashad has been appointed dean of Howard University's newly reestablished College of the Fine Arts. The Tony winner, who is alumni of the college, will begin in the role on July 1st. Rashad has previously served as both an adjunct faculty member and guest lecturer at Howard. And Chadwick Boseman is a former student of Howard as well. So they named the school after him, and they brought on Rashad. Ms. Rashad has also taught at New York University, Vassar College, Carnegie Mellon, and Juilliard. So she understands the assignment.
She's been an advocate for that program. I know so many people who went to that school. I remember when I'd be at BADA, British American Drama Academy in London, there'd be the Howard kids who are all basically sponsored and brought by the Allens. They were all sponsored by Phylicia Rashad, and so she's been an advocate and a philanthropist of that organization for a long time. So.
And she also made sure to tell the press that it is understood that she is not a retired person. It is understood that there were projects in her pipeline before this process began that she is committed to. So she's still probably going to do Blue. But
there have been a couple people named that, like Carl Cofield is also like the head of the acting program at NYU grad. Like, the dean at my undergrad is now a Black man. So there's been a movement to kind of now, I mean, obviously it's Howard, so everyone's gonna be Black. But there's been a movement to for different kinds of leadership. So yeah.
I also enjoy working faculty more so than, like the teachers, of course, that your professors that you're like learning from do need to be in class. But I do appreciate working faculty, especially in positions of leadership, because they can offer a more current perspective. I think that's kind of what lacks in education is like, you have people who've been teaching for 20, 30 years. They've been out of the industry since they were like in their 30s or whatever. And the industry's just moved leaps and bounds. Like I remember they were talking about some like an answering service or some shit when I was in school. I was like, an answering service?
What you talking?
Like what actors used to do, like they used to, before cell phones, if you wanted to get in contact with an actor or whoever, you would set up an answering service where you would have like an answering, not machine, but like a number that they would call and you would leave messages or something. And then you would, get your messages when you call the number and you would call the people back. Yeah. Like they were talking about all this ancient shit that didn't even fucking matter. Like,
really?
Anyway.
Okay. Well, interesting. Okay. So Phylicia Rashad and congratulations. Chadwick Boseman, congratulations. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on. We talked about the movie musicals. We talked about everything. I'm looking at the list now. That's why I'm like sort of like crazy. I'm looking like, did we touch on everything? But I think we touched on a lot of stuff. And the movie musicals, In the Heights is about to come out. Dear Evan Hansen trailer came out, and people was talking about. Did y'all see that Ben Platt's hair? They was talking about Ben Platt's hair.
Yeah, the wig
hair looked like it's from a 1985. I mean, it's still starting contemporary. I don't know why they had to give him a wig. I also am still going to see the movie.
I mean, I don't know. I think that they think that Ben, he is like, I guess, like hotter now, or like maybe he looks more adult, like maybe he looks more attractive. So they wanted to like bring that down. So maybe that's why they put that wig on him. I don't like the wig at all. But that preview,
that trailer was that was well cut. That looks like a good movie.
It does look like a good movie.
I was very
it's like we can be bad all we want. That's kind of like it looked good.
It looked good.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
And by there I mean in my movie room in my apartment.
Lord Jesus.
Because I don't pay $30 for 2 movie theaters anymore. I don't do that anymore. But I'll be there and we'll have a watch party. We can do it in my building. But I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see it
too because
Yeah.
I like the music from it. I like the musical, even though it's problematic and
I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's about a white boy liar. I'm just kind of like, that's honest.
right. I mean,
It was good though. I
true
like
form,
the best
and
part.
everybody forgives him.
Yeah, it's about a white boy who lies and talks shit, like whatever, and like
Yeah.
the privilege of whiteness, like,
My
and, like let's
favorite,
all make a
Everybody
song
forgives
about
him.
it.
my
With
favorite
contemporary
part.
Christian music.
It is. It's a worship album.
It's
But
a
my
worship
favorite
album.
part
Yeah.
about the show that the show that really what attracted me to the show was the dynamic between him and his mother. That like that single motherhood child dynamic, which was not the dynamic that I technically had with my mother growing up. But it really reminded me of seeing that. Like, I don't know, I had never really seen that on stage before. Not saying it wasn't there, but for me, that was the first time that I saw that image of like this mom caring for this kid and just being in this house where it's just, it's just them, and that's literally how I grew up. So it really kind of touched my little heart a bit. And that's why I was like really attracted. That's what attracted me to the play, the musical itself. But I think
come on, body. And Guzzy, how you just don't get up and be stacked like that?
she always giving body.
Did she? And she can't even hear us.
Mm-mm.
Did she put her headphones down? Like, how's she just gonna get up and be stacked like that? That is sickening. Look at this.
Sorry, y'all. There was like sorry, I can't. There was a thing at my door that was ringing. So I was yeah. Go ahead.
How you just?
What were you saying?
Stand up again. Stand
No,
up.
I'm not
Yeah,
a
come
plaything. I'm not a plaything.
But you want to be. But you want to be.
I don't want to be your plaything. I want to be my man's plaything.
Listen, but you don't know who out there. You don't know who watching. I just want stand up and Guzzy. Just please.
She always
look
looks
at
like
this.
she's
Okay.
always
All
looked
right.
like this.
All right.
Why are
Because
you
I
so
know her.
stacked?
She been
Because
like,
I have a gym in my building, and I have nothing else to do.
wait, didn't you train people at one point?
I used to be a trainer. I used to be a trainer at Equinox, a boot camp instructor forever.
Okay.
That was my survival job while I was interning at all the theaters, pre-career. But yes, I have a gym in my building and nothing else to do. So we lift and we get on a bike and we prepare and we prepare for when it's time.
Listen, that's what I'm about to do these next 90 days.
Put my arms together so they can
These
be
next
like,
90 days, I'm about to be in there. And Guzzy, you're gonna have to hold us accountable. Let's do an off-book workout accountability group or something.
I don't like accountability groups.
What you mean? Why don't you like being held accountable? This is the problem.
I don't like being accountable. I've been going. I've been doing my thing.
Then why you can't just hold us accountable then? If you've been going, why you
Because
can't
it's not
just be
my
a part of our
job.
group
It's
and
y'all
hold us?
business.
Yeah, I'm not holding nobody accountable. Black women do enough. You can do your own work.
All I'm trying to do is build a group of encouraging others to encourage ourselves to take care of ourselves. Why can't we just? I'm doing it anyway. I'm putting it in the group chat anyway because y'all because y'all ain't about to play me on that. I'm like, hey, working out today. I'm about to text y'all every day.
I said,
Look,
I'm up at 9 a.m. If you want to, what I used to do, actually, a girlfriend and I, we used to be like, all right, you need to do cardio. I need to do cardio too. I need to get 45 minutes done. So we go on the FaceTime and she go on the stair climber. I go on the bike and we would talk shit and make until that 45-minute mark hit. So that's like one way to do it too.
Yeah. Okay.
I went earlier I went today, and it was like my first time doing the battle ropes. I never really like incorporated them before.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is hard.
Is it hard?
Yeah, the battle.
Yes, I was like slap, 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 burpee, and then the I was just like, this is intense. But I did it after I like ran and then I did arms, but I just saw them. There was like no one in the gym because it's like pouring down raining. So I was like, let me try these out. Basically what I did, I was like, no one's in here. So I'm just going to try out things that I've never done in the gym before. And that's what I was doing. But Anyway, I want to be as fit as Ngozi.
Oh Lord.
Don't we all?
I'm just this fit because there's nothing. I'm so bored. There's nothing to do. So when I get a life, or when I start to get
You'll
into
still
like
be fit.
rehearsal
I
mode,
feel like you've always. Have you ever not been?
I absolutely
Right.
have not been. I grew up being not fit. Yes.
No, I mean like when you were like since I've known you.
Since you've known me, no. I probably got fit around like 2006 or 7.
Oh,
That's why when I got like
Mm.
yeah. That's when it kind of kicked. I got mugged essentially, and then changed my life.
Oh,
You got mugged.
I got mugged. I got beat up and mugged outside of a
What?
restaurant, outside my
so you were
job.
doing
Yeah.
like enough.
That's
Like
what I'm
that
saying.
J-Lo.
Like,
Yeah.
she was like,
and
"Oh,
then
you
I-
never whoop my ass ever again."
essentially.
Wow. And Guzzy, I did not know that.
Look, I've had many lives, y'all. I'm grown. I'm a grown woman. This is my last year of my 30s, y'all. So I'm just saying I've had many lives. So
Wow.
this is what it is.
I did not
This is what it
know
is.
that, Ngozi. That's
Look.
crazy.
That's a story for another time.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna move on. It is time for I Said What I Said.
Is it?
It's time.
Oh,
Y'all
wow.
ready?
Okay. Yeah. Is it me?
You're like, what?
I feel like it's me. Am I?
No,
I
it's
should
me. It's
myself-
me.
Okay,
I'm
thank
prepared
God.
to say.
Okay,
I'm
good.
prepared to say.
Cool.
But I don't remember if I've done this play or not.
Okay.
But oh well. So here we go. Brother Pugh, I'm ashamed of you. A God-fearing man, if there ever was one. You led our people when they didn't have books and fine churches. You've been a true soldier, and here you are doubting God's love. Why you like the prophet Elijah? Remember that time he ran away, discouraged, afraid even. He thought the devil himself was running everything. But our Lord didn't get angry at his prophet. No, not him. He knowed Elijah was just a little beat and tired. He just showed him a quiet place to rest. And he sent his ravens to feed him. Remember, God sent his ravens to feed Elijah. Sing.
not sing. I don't know.
Like, I
Amen
slay.
corner.
Amen corner, no.
Reverend Pugh.
Not One Night in Miami. Somebody said that in the comments. Y'all,
Is
y'all?
it a play by Billy Porter?
No, it's not.
Billy Porter wrote a play?
Yeah, the While I Yet Live with all them women.
That sound
You know what?
like a Chitlin Circuit play. While I Yet Live.
But I mean, and it was actually like a mix between a Chitlin Circuit and a contemporary play.
Okay.
And it needed some work.
I can
But
just
it wasn't
see it on,
bad.
like a flyer. While
Right.
I Yet Live, starring Vivica A. Fox and Christian Keys. Coming
No!
to the Baltimore Arena.
Stop.
While I
Stop.
Yet
Because
Live.
it actually
I
starred.
hate you. I hate you. Oh my God.
Well, what do
Oh
you think about?
Oh
What do you
my
think about
God.
that coming to Broadway?
We've got on track. We've gotten off track. We're getting off track.
What do you think
I
about
want
that
to
coming to Broadway?
light skins. I want us to stay on track.
Okay, Reverend Pugh.
Not fences. Somebody on Instagram said fences. It's not fences.
Oh,
No.
fences. Where's the Reverend at in it?
Fences. I don't know this.
It's a church. He lost his faith. I don't know. It's black. It's contemporary?
No, it's not contemporary.
It's like 70s or something.
It is. Yes. So let me get the exact date for you. Give me just a moment, and I'll give you the exact date.
I don't know. Who was making plays then? Douglas Turner Ward and
You know what?
Alex
Why you
gotta use
Why
a
you
voice
saying it
though?
like
Why
that?
can't you just let our ancestors? Why can't our ancestors just have?
why
Why
does she
can't you
give,
say
like-
that in regular?
Douglas Turner
You know how
Ward.
the,
Why
you know
can't
how
you
the
just say
little
that in
girl
regular?
Jabria, You know the little girl Jabria on the viral
Yes.
when she was like, "I'm about to walk." that's what Kim is giving.
It's
I'm
like-
about to walk, and she is.
Yeah.
I'm about to walk.
I don't know this one. I don't know this one. Is this a James Baldwin one?
It is not.
It is not.
What's the
It's
initial?
not. This is 1940.
1940. That's not contemporary at all.
I said it wasn't contemporary.
Oh damn.
I don't know it. Can you tell? Can you tell?
1940,
It
and it's
is-
a black playwright. Don't tell me.
Mhm. Don't
Okay,
tell. Okay.
Who the fuck was writing in the 1940s?
Somebody said day of absence. Nobody is getting it. Nobody. It's not Amen Corner. I'm gonna read it one more time. I'm gonna read it again.
40s?
I'm gonna read it again, y'all, so y'all can get into it.
Stop it. Focus, niggas.
Okay, here I go.
No.
Y'all, when I do that again after we make this announcement of what's coming to Broadway, y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
No.
Here we go. And
No.
Guzzy. Here we go. So here we go. Brother Pugh, I'm ashamed of you. A God-fearing man, if there ever was one. You led our people when they didn't have books and fine churches. You've been a true soldier, and here you are doubting God's love. Why? You're like the prophet Elijah. Remember that time he ran away discouraged, afraid even. He thought the devil himself was running everything. But our Lord didn't get angry at his prophet, not him. He knowed Elijah was just a little beat and tired. He just showed him a quiet place to rest and sent his ravens to feed him. Remember, God sent his ravens to feed Elijah.
Oh.
Ain't I a Woman by Sojourner Truth?
No.
Stop it.
I think I do know.
And this is Soldier's Way. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it.
A Soldier's Play? It's that old?
It's not a soldier's play.
Not Soldier's
1940. Somebody said Big White Fog. That's not it either.
Way?
The sign in Sydney Brewstein's window. No, that's not it.
Ain't no black people that. Ain't no black people that.
Oh, somebody got it. I got a home. Shirley Graham.
I never even heard of that.
Gabby, you Googled it. You cheated.
Gabby did probably. It's I got a home. By
I
Shirley
got a
Graham.
home. I don't know it. All right, Shirley Graham, let me read.
I never heard about that.
Look, black
Yep.
people have been around for a long time. so-
Congratulations, Gabby.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you,
Thank
Gabby.
you. I got a home.
Shirley
People are
Graham
still people on the Instagram saying Mulebone, all sorts of
Dubois.
stuff.
Her last name was Dubois.
Ooh, I like a
Cool.
Dubois.
Shirley Graham Dubois, yeah.
Okay. This is
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
get
she
into it.
was married to someone named Shadrach T. McCants. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
I'm gonna name my first child Shadrach.
Get
I like
into it.
that.
Y'all, so I know I said this will be the last live show, but I don't know. I had a great time today. So maybe we just do it once a month. Like, maybe we just do the live show once a month.
I like the
And-
live show, but you know,
Well, I like to be able to take stuff out. I like to bleep. I like the sound effects. I like to listen to it before we put it out. Y'all know I
Yeah, I
have the
know.
spirit of perfectionism, and I like stuff to be right. And this
You're
will be
also
right.
wild, and we need to sometimes censor your wild.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need some time to edit. Like stuff needs to be left on the cutting room floor sometimes. Like shit.
Mhm.
All right. Let the blacks live. Let the blacks be who they want to be.
Oh my
Let the
God.
blacks
But
live.
are they being who they want to be? Are they being who they want us to be?
I've got to go.
I don't know. We've officially sent Miss Kim to the bathroom.
Right? Shit. I'm so yeah, I know y'all like the raw sometimes, but the raw be getting me in trouble. It be
does. It does.
rawing me out.
It does.
So it be getting me in trouble, and I'm tired of having to defend myself when I go out in public and shit. And
Not go out
see,
in
we talking about
public.
something. I I'm telling you, the white folks.
That's why
be looking at me.
just don't go. Don't go to the events. That's why
No,
don't
but see, I have to because I work, and so the white folks.
That's your job.
But they be secretly coming up to me saying, "I love the podcast," and then they want to talk about some. They want to talk about something I didn't dished about that they know about, and they be feeling like, "Yeah, I heard what you said about Hamilton, and I heard what you said about like."
But then maybe way too scared to say that shit themselves out loud.
Irene.
They do be.
Yeah.
They do be scared to say the shit out loud, but they be scared to say it, and I'm the one saying it. But then they don't be standing up for me when it comes time to say my name in the room. You know what I mean? Like, so shit. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna start looking out for myself. I'm gonna start deleting the shit. I'm gonna stop saying the shit that I be saying because y'all don't appreciate it.
I don't think you can help it.
I don't think you can help it.
That's
you tried to help it today. Today you said you were gonna say nothing. Then we got Fat Albert.
That's why I need to be able to.
I can't. Not Fat Albert.
I need to be able to edit and bleep and all that, and just have people guessing. You know what I mean? Like,
like we're not obvious. Whatever. First of all, this is Broadway Black. You're gonna be who you're gonna be. We're gonna be who we're gonna be.
The hood ass.
Even if you censor it, we knew exactly. We always know who you're talking about. We always know what we're talking about.
I mean, yeah.
We always know.
But y'all know it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be
okay. But everyone's gonna be okay.
Listen,
that's what we also.
I don't even know.
That's the other part. Everyone's going to be okay. Everyone's fighting. Everyone's screaming. Everyone's clawing to get what they want, what they need, what they think they want, what they think they need. They're going to touch these stages and they're going to see what it actually is. They're going to touch these stages and they're going to see what awards they're given. They're going to get those awards and see that it doesn't actually matter because that doesn't make you a person. It just makes you someone who has an award. So everybody can fight and clamor for the things that they think they need, but they're going to get what they get. And we're going to talk our shit and they're going to be okay. Or they're not going to be.
Can we Patreon to be in the room for non-live shows? Lord Jesus. Y'all just really want to see me act up.
No, because we know that you'll record, Jeffrey, and no one can be trusted. Y'all can't be trusted.
But I mean, if you don't get a coin, I might consider building up, because I really need to. I'm so sorry. If you have donated to our Patreon, if you have donated to the Patreon over the past year or so, and you have been consistent with that, and you've been paying the $5, I appreciate you all. Thank you. It still is going towards the benefit of running the platform. I still have to pay every month, whether we do a show or not. I still have to pay for hosting. I have to pay for this platform. I have to pay for my social media things. I have to pay for a lot of different things. I spend upwards to $1,500 a month just to keep the platform alive, even if I'm not doing anything at all. And so I thank you. That money really goes to that. I think we get like maybe $200 a month, and I'm not even offering y'all anything. I'm not even putting nothing in there, but I promise you I will start, and maybe this can be a way that we can do that. We can develop how we record the shows, because you're probably going to record on Zoom, and maybe you can be in the space and we just not see you. Maybe you can comment or be in the comment section. We'll figure something like that out. If you would really, really like to be a part of this space when we record our shows and hear me say all the uncensored shit, then I will put it on the Patreon and we'll figure out a way. I promise you. I'm getting it together this June, July, and August, getting ready for Broadway to come back in September. I'm about to be on my P's and Q's because I got the energy to do it. These meds are the shit. Okay. And I hope they up me another one. I hope they give me another double dose, like more milligrams.
Or we hope that they just give you what you need.
Well, I mean, I need more milligrams. Like,
okay.
Today's a good day, but I need more milligrams. I really need to be on
isn't
some
that
hard
a gradual
narcotics.
thing?
Well, yeah, that's why they're making me wait, and I've been on this one for like 3-4 weeks now, and I'm like, trying not to look like a druggie and be like, give me the Adderall. I really want the Adderall.
Oh God.
I really want that because it helps me. Like I'm ADHD. I need Adderall. I think that's really would be a great because I used to get it under the counter, like I would, on the street.
Under
get Adderall.
the counter.
Yeah, like off the street. Get somebody sell Adderall, and I would get it, and it would really do wonders for me. I would be so productive. I would feel in charge of my life.
I'm not ADHD, but I have done Adderall, and it makes you really focused. But I'm already focused, so I was like,
but see, I don't have that. I don't have that, so it gives me regular. Like it makes me regular. It helps me just to be who I actually am instead of being a forced version because I'm so busy trying to ramp up my energy and
well, make sure you start that low because that shit's addictive.
Dick me down, okay? With the Adderall, like
addictive my ass. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know what to. I don't know what the show is about anymore.
Well, it's
I
time
know.
for our listener letters.
Oh, we have a listener letter.
Oh God. I don't know what today is.
All right, y'all. It's time for our listener letter. You know what to do if you have a story to share or a question to ask. Email us at offbook@broadwayblack.com. Email us your stories, your questions, your concerns. Get whatever you want off your chest. Say what you want. I went off on this one listener letter one time, and I'll never do it again because I want y'all to know this is a safe space. I felt really bad about that, and I think that person stopped even listening to our show or stopped, supporting what I was doing because I went in on them so bad. This is remember they was talking about Ruben Santiago Hudson. Y'all wasn't on the
Yes,
show then.
I
But
do
you
remember.
that.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. And he was talking about, somebody was talking about, I don't know if it was he or she, but they were talking about Ruben Santiago's white wife and stuff and saying he was rude to them, but like the white wife didn't have nothing to do with him being rude to, it was just, but I say stuff like that too. And so I went off on them when I really shouldn't have, because this is a safe space and you can say whatever the fuck you want. But I think I was like in my feelings, like they didn't attach their name to it. They didn't stand their ground with it and didn't attach their name.
Yes.
And
yes,
I would,
yes.
That's what I think it was. Yeah. Like, if you're going to say the shit, stand in it. Like, I ain't got to say your name on air, but you being anonymous, create extra emails. And I don't know. Okay. But I'll never do that again. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my point was. This is a safe space. Y'all can, y'all can say whatever y'all want. I won't go off on y'all no more. That's all I was saying.
Oh, good.
So the listener letter, it says, "Hi, my name is Kylene and I'm writing you from Philadelphia. I was just listening to an episode from February and literally just learned that Ngozi lives in the burbs. Oh my God, love that. Maybe you lived in the burbs because you no longer live in the burbs now. Okay. Well, actually, yes, you do. You live in the New York burbs. Okay. Down in Chelsea. Okay.
No,
Chelsea,
Long Island City.
Oh, you in Long Island? I don't know why I thought it was Chelsea. Maybe because the address she said was 23rd Street. Is it 23rd?
Yeah, 24th Street.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's
So,
what I thought.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. But it's Long Island City. But still the same shit. That is the burbs. Shit.
It is.
Long Island
It is
City is
nice.
the burbs.
It's nice here.
Yeah, that's like its own little downtown and shit.
Y'all got to visit me. It's nice here.
Yeah, I'm coming. We gonna come over there, and maybe we can just come over to your house and do a live show one of those days. Just we'll be all in the same spot.
Cute.
And you can all get this blue background.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cute?
Did you paint that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's your wall. That's not a backdrop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you was like, listen, I got to do so many self tapes, so ain't no point I keep having to have a backdrop in my house. Like, let's just go with it. Okay, that's cute. Okay, but Kylene says, she said, love that. And Kim's daughter in the background is everything. We plan to have kids in their future, and it is so inspiring to finally see an example of a working, hustling artist who also balancing mommyhood. We need more of this. First, I just want to say that I adore this podcast. It's so needed. It has pulled me up from pretty dark moments of feeling defeated and unfulfilled with Philly's lack of musical theater offerings for Black actors. This podcast brings me joy, hope, and clarity. Hallelujah. Oh, that's a testimonial right there. Come on, send us your testimonials at offbook@broadwayblack.com, because that I'm gonna use that. That's a quote right there. That just touched my heart. Thank you, Kylene. She said, I never intended to be in Philly for this long, but God's timing, right? Yes, God's timing. Okay, I like Kylene. I like you. I'm liking her. Okay, she said, I'm finally reaching the end of the road for my time in Philadelphia, and I'm considering moving to northern New Jersey. I'm actually originally from New Jersey, and I'm considering moving in the next 1 to 2 years. Tell me I'm crazy to be doing this in my mid-30s. 2 questions. How critical is it to have a reel when pursuing a career in NYC? Are people going to brush me off before seeing me without one? I don't have anything at the moment, and I'm super picky about branding, so I wouldn't even want to rush and throw something together. For Ngozi, are you commuting to NY often? If so, can you talk about that bit? I want to get back to auditioning more in NYC after I'm finished being vaccinated, and would love to hear about how you navigate this. So first question is, she's moving to New Jersey in the next 1 or 2 years. She's in her mid-30s. How critical is it that I have to have a reel when pursuing a career in NYC? Are people going to brush me off before seeing me without one?
I don't have anything at the moment. I'm super picky. Okay, blah, blah, blah. And Guzzy, are you commuting to New York often? If so, can you talk about that a bit? I want to get back to auditioning more in NYC after I'm finished being vaccinated, and would love to hear more about how you navigate this. But you know, you live here in the city now, but you were traveling. You were definitely.
I mean, when I first got out of school, I lived in my parents' home, and I took the train to go to audition. So I took a 2-hour train to go to audition. So it is what it is. But now, I mean, I don't know what this would actually be sort of more for everybody else. I don't know what everyone else's experience is for theater auditions. It's still taped auditions. Like there are only like when you have right now, if you have callbacks, there are live auditions for like some New York stuff. But for the most part, it's still, if you go on Playbill backstage, it's still, even those EPAs are taped 1-minute monologues. So it doesn't actually matter matter where you live, as long as they want you in close proximity to wherever the work is. But for the most part, it's still all taped right now and all virtual. As far as like theater auditions, as far as film and TV, it is important that you have a reel. But what my sister was telling me, for her newer, younger clients who do not have reels, a lot of them just like literally have taped scenes. Especially if I will say this is probably better if you're on the younger side, because they don't expect you to have a large resume or to have a reel. But a lot of students just have like great quality stuff like this where they have taped scenes, and that's gotten them auditions. So yeah, it's true. You do need a reel, but if you do not have work, then you're not going to have a reel. But there are companies in which you can pay the money, and they will actually literally like they will have a set for you. And if you have the money, like you can have scenes and things like that taped for you, and like little short films. So if there are ways to invest where you could actually do that if you don't have a reel. So you just got to look that up. I don't have the websites for that stuff, but look it up. And if you want a reel and what have you, you can literally pay to make one. As far as auditions go, literally like you can go to open EPAs, look on Playbill, Backstage, all those things, and you can literally just
right now you can submit yourself. Like you can
submit yourself.
Yeah.
Actors Access, all those things. Yeah.
Also, Philly is not far from New York. Like, take a couple of days, plan a couple of days to come here and, get acquainted with the city, especially now that we're opening back up. I mean, auditions are not going to be in person for a while, but, once we open back up, if you want to come and see some shows, be a part of the community, you see some events that are happening that you want to, be at, plan for those times so that way you can come and be purposeful about networking, about being in the spaces with the people that you admire or you want to work with eventually, and just start getting to know them and socializing in that way, networking in that way. It is important for, if you see things that you desire, that you want to partake in, or you see an event that is like, oh, that sounds like it's cool. I would love to be a part of that, but I'm not a part of this one, but let me go to it. It's important that you support those things, because those are the people that you will eventually end up working with. And that's a great way to get connected with people. That's how I entered the industry. I just ended up going everywhere. I thought was like, oh, this is a unique place. I'm going here. And I just showed up, and I was literally somewhere every night. Like the first 3 or 4 months I lived in New York, I had that New York mentality, that new fresh mentality to New York. And I was like, green eyes everywhere. And use that to your advantage, because you have that once you move to a new place and you're like really excited about it. You have that gusto about yourself. Use that to your advantage and be everywhere and do everything that you can until you can't anymore, until it's no longer, till you no longer have to do that. But
there's also theater in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? So there's also I believe Danye just won an award at Philadelphia Theater Company. Was it Danye? Where he's going to be kind of like a resident playwright there. So there's also
did he?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like it was Danye. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was Danye. So so I just also feel like don't count out where you're from. New York is wonderful, it's great, but as it has shown, it is not the pinnacle. It actually is not the most, you know what I mean? There might be something about decentering the New York thing and seeing about where you're at, and seeing where the theater is also about where you're at. So Philadelphia is not a place that is, if we're talking about theater specifically, that also has plenty of theater that is also looking to change, that is also looking to have more racial equity and what have you. So, don't count Philadelphia theater out as well.
And also don't count yourself out for being 30 and mid-30s and wanting to pursue this industry.
Yeah.
Girl, come and take it by storm. It is never too late. And I'm someone that also deals with it I'm getting a little older, and oh my goodness, am I ever going to be able to, accomplish my dream in that regard? Am I ever going to really establish myself as an actor consistently in this industry? And it can be scary. But what I've been doing currently is forcing myself to audition without counting myself out before I even put myself on tape. Show up to putting yourself on tape, and that's so much easier for me right now than actually going to an EPA, because I would be so in my feelings and so nervous about showing up to an EPA, thinking about, well, people know me, but they don't know me as an actor, and are they going to look at me funny, and how are they going to view me? And it would take me outside of my art, and I've been stuck in that mode for a while. So I'm using this time to really just show up for myself on tape, and then I can just let it go. I ain't got to look at their responses. I ain't got to, look at their face. I ain't got to think about it. None of that. I ain't got to talk to no, monitor, no, audition monitor. I ain't got to talk to, nobody I ain't got to worry about who's seeing me at the audition. So this is a great time to just get yourself in the habit of showing up for yourself and doing the work, because that's all there is to do is the work. There's no place to go. There's no outfit to really, put together. I mean, you'll be at home and you have to put an outfit on. Can't do it naked, but you know what I mean? Like, it's so much more convenient and accessible to do it from home. So use this to your advantage while it's still time, because they about to start trying to get you back into the space immediately, since people are being vaccinated. They about to start trying to get you back into catacalls, and maybe some are not, but I don't think they're really happy with doing these video auditions. Like, I think they're very daunting to have to do them via video, because you can't really get the essence of people through video the way that you want to. Not for theater. You can't. Yeah. It just doesn't correlate. It doesn't match in that way. So, you can be an actor at any age. Yes, Debbie McIntyre. We love Debbie McIntyre. She said that in the comments on IG. Thank you, Debbie. You can be an actor at any age. And Debbie know it, because Debbie done seen everybody come up. She has. She done seen everybody. She's been in the business for years. She's a staple. And if y'all know Debbie McIntyre, y'all better get on. Y'all better know Debbie, because Debbie knows everybody. Okay, you may not know her, but she know you.
You know me, Debbie.
She do know you. I promise you. I promise you, everything I love. And Guzzy, and I'm telling the truth.
You are telling the truth. I know Debbie. Yeah. I know who Debbie is.
Shoes, but okay. Well, that's it, y'all. We made good time today.
We did. I'm proud of us.
I am too. And I feel like it's just been going on and on. I guess because we ain't done it so long.
Yeah, we haven't done it in a long time.
And the energy is just here. It's just right. We just moved right along. We got through it, and we ain't say nothing too crazy, right?
Oh my God!
Sprinkle a little nigga on it.
Not sprinkle a nigga on it.
Sprinkle
I hate you. Oh God, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Thank y'all so much. It's been great. We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into a brand new episode of Our Book. We have hit our mark, and we've done it right now. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. Until next time, we will see y'all. We probably won't do this for a while, but I'll get the Patreon going, but we'll have an episode up on the podcast, platform next week. So bye. I love y'all. Oh shit. I almost turned off the phone. Oh, I'm sorry. Bye, y'all. Hold on. Because I'm on Instagram Live.
What is going on?
I don't know. Bye.
There's only one place to hear the greatest. There's only one place for your information. It's the All Book Podcast. All Book Podcast.
Okay.
It's the All No other hosts like me. Come check it out. You'll see.
Bye, y'all.
We did it.
We did it. Thank God, Jesus.